Hi, birdie. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam, and today we are doing a wedding Q&A. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you're probably like, Sam, you've literally gotten married 4 times already. What is going on? You guys. So this is my wedding dress. Brought it out as like a nice little backdrop. And I just found a ladybug on it. It's a black ladybug. A black ladybug with orange spots. Is that good luck? Wait, pause. I'm gonna Google. Black ladybug, 2 red dots. Are they poisonous? What? Hey, buddy. Here's this seashell. It's not quite stick, but you guys see it? Ah, here, you can just sit right there near the window. Ooh, wait. Okay, guys, I literally love this. So it says, the black ones, they represent bravery and an adventurous spirit. They decide what they want no matter how far away it is and no matter how small they are, they fly and go and get it. Think about what you want in life and be brave to pursue it. Cute. Well, that's amazing. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So the other day on Instagram, I put up like a little question box for wedding question Q&A, because also I just feel like it's a great video to do to give any brides or anybody planning a wedding some insight on like how a real life wedding went, and maybe you can, is there another one? No, okay, I thought now I'm seeing things. But to give you like real life examples, and maybe you can like learn from my mistakes or take something that I did for your wedding. So I just thought it would be a good fun little video to do. All right, let's get to it. My most asked question is, where was your wedding? And I feel like, okay, I have a story about this, and I feel like, not that I've been lying to you guys, but sometimes I feel like I want to share everything online, but then also I feel like it's just kind of keeps, I don't know. And then also I feel like you should do the thing where you don't share until it's like actually happening kind of thing too, or it already happened. So we were pretty solid in the fact that we were going to go to France. Guys, I also have a headache as I'm filming this. Sorry. Anyway, let me get to my point here. So our wedding, where was it? It was in Indianapolis. What? I know. It's crazy. But basically, we like were 99% sure we were going to France. Everything was like locked and loaded except for flights. And then we got a notice that our venue closed, which stunk so bad because of COVID. They're a Michelin star restaurant, they're a hotel, and they're also the venue. So they shut down, and then we were like, okay, well, where can we go then that's doing okay with COVID, that's still over there? Because we wanted to like bring our family over there, have like a small intimate wedding in like a beautiful location, and then have our honeymoon kind of just like traveling around the area and then go back home. So we looked at Switzerland as well, and we found this place. It was stunning, and I never told Instagram this because I felt like I didn't want to tell anybody until it literally happened. So yeah, we were looking at Switzerland, and it was stunning. Again, everything, food, catering, flowers, colors, everything was picked out. The girls' outfits, like everything has been picked out at this point except for location and flights. So we got the location in Switzerland. Then COVID. It's so hard being a COVID bride. And then it was during the time where if you were in Switzerland and you tested positive for COVID, you had to stay for 14 days on your own dime, obviously, like find a place for 14 days, because I don't think they had a specific location or whatever. So that kind of stunk as well, because if it was just me and Ty, that bird, hello, excuse me, sir. I was like, if it was just me and Ty, maybe we could swing it. If we tested positive or got COVID, had symptoms, whatever, we could, you know, quarantine for the 14 days. But I also didn't want to bring our parents into that, and like my sister just got a new job, and like can you really take off 14 days and pay for that? Like, I don't, it was just like a lot to risk in a place so far away. I don't know, I think there's just like too much that was gonna go into it that was like too stressful, and just seemed really selfish that we decided to nix that idea as well. And one night over dinner, Ty and I were kind of just like, do we actually want to go through with this? Like, do we want to have a ceremony? Because we've already been legally married. We got married legally. If you saw my wedding part 1 vlog, we got married in Portland, Maine at City Hall last summer in August, because we were having a party. We were trying to have like a reception before we went abroad and have that part be a celebration with our family, and my grandparents weren't doing well, so we wanted to do it for them. They ended up not being able to come anyway because they weren't feeling good. So yeah, anyway, we were already married, but we had that conversation and I was like, do you want to just take our leftover fund money and like go on a honeymoon, or do you want to put it into a house, or like what do we want to do? And Ty was actually the one that said, no, I want to see you walk down the aisle in your dress. And so I was like, all right, like honestly me too, like I want to have that moment. I already had a dress at that point. It's just been at Lily in Boston. I can't return it. So we decided, all right, we have 3 months to pre-plan an entire wedding in the US. So I just looked on Instagram under hashtags. I was like, French inspired wedding venues, like romantic wedding venues, like, because we already had the girls, like the bridesmaid dresses, we already had the color schemes, we already have my dress, like, and your dresses have to fit the venue, you know what I mean, or like fit your vibe. It can't, like, I feel like you can't have like a boho dress in like a super modern setting, you know what I mean, like it needs to go. So I was like, all right, on the hunt for this specific kind of venue. So we're looking in Florida and California. I think I had some really beautiful ones, and then I found this one in Indiana, and I've never been there before. My parents live in Michigan. I've been to Ohio, but I've never been to Indiana, and their Instagram was stunning. I will plug it in right here so you guys can see, and I'm gonna put some photos in as well. But it was called Laurel Hall, and I messaged them and I was like, hi, I am trying to have a wedding in May, like a few months away, and my husband and I are already married. We don't need like anything legal to happen. We basically just need our ceremony spot. Like, what do you have for dates in May? And they had May 6th. I was like, perfect, it's a Friday, I don't care what day it is, like let's just do this thing. Because people were also like our parents were like, do you want to wait until we can go back to France? I'm like, no, like I'm not so stuck on the idea of like going to France to get married. Like I'm not gonna wait for that. Like Ty and I can go visit now, you know, like it was just a cool like idea to take everybody over there because of all the reasons I said earlier. But yeah, anyway, they had May 6th, so we booked it. And then yeah, so people immediately got flights, which was like the thing that has been holding us back every single spot, was like the flight. So we got flights, we got the hotel, the venue, I had my dress, everything of that was taken care of. We got a caterer, which you guys saw me actually talk to in a different video, my Florida vlog. That's who I was talking to, was our American caterer, which they were amazing. I'm gonna put everybody's info in this bio, in this caption. And so what did we need? Oh, and then so I was on the hunt for a photographer, videographer, because the person that I really wanted, he was actually booked for that weekend. And so I was like, okay, I'm trying to think of like, who do I know? I have so many talented like artistic friends. Who is a photographer? And then I thought of Dawson. So I'll put all Dawson's stuff down here too. He's actually like a friend of my sister's and my brother's. He's incredible. And I called him. I was like, Dawson, we're getting married. It's a micro wedding. That's what they're calling it. It's on May 6th and it's Indianapolis, or in Indianapolis. Are you available? And he was like, I'm actually available. Like that's the only weekend I'm really kind of like free or something like that. And I was like, thank you. So we booked him. Then we didn't do, oh, so the thing with the venue was we could have it for 5 hours. So we could kind of pick what our hours were gonna be. So I was trying to think of like the best plan, and we didn't want to do a DJ and like dancing. So we did in the like a early afternoon wedding, we did it from 12 to 5. So I went down the aisle at 1 and we were gone by like 5:05. So we were trying to think of music because we didn't want a DJ. What do we do for music? And that harp and a violin would be the best. And my mom was actually the one that kind of came up with that idea. So I asked around, I looked online, a bunch of people did it out there, which is kind of cool. Maybe they do it out here too, I just haven't checked. But no one was responding to me. No one. I even like found their Instagrams, I DM'd them, like I was emailing them. And finally I came upon this woman named Jill, and I think I texted her because I think it was just like a text number, and she responded, and I was like, I don't even care what your price is. Yes. Like, we need you. No, but she was actually super sweet. Her daughter got married at that same location like the week before, or a couple weeks before us. But so she was the harpist, and then she had a friend that was a violinist, so we booked a duo, which was really cool. She can also be a trio with the cello, I believe, but we just did the duo, and she let us pick like all the songs. Yeah, she was amazing. So I think that was everything. Oh, and then in the last moment I booked, we went to the venue, or I looked at the venue online, and I saw like the spot that I wanted on the location, and it was stunning by itself. But then I saw this floral lady that does like florals, and they're faux florals installations, and they're stunning. So I went on Instagram and we talked a little bit. I told her about my venue and like my ideas, and like got them so fast. So I think that was like the week before the wedding. Like, I literally think it was like the week before the wedding I added these flowers. And so yeah, I got married in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is so crazy. But it was absolutely stunning, and everyone was so sweet, and it was honestly the most perfect day. That was the longest answer for where did you get married, but I just feel like everyone was like, are you getting married in Paris? And actually, first of all, guys, I never said I was getting married in Paris. I said France. It was the south of France. It was supposed to be the south of France. I'm so sad. I'm sad, but I'm also like, we're gonna go and probably stay at the hotel, the original venue, as like a vacation spot when we go over there, so we'll still be able to see it and stuff. But yeah, south of France. And my French is awful, but it was at the Chateau Isa, or Aise. I think it's Chateau Isa, but it's in Aise, France. It's like south of France, near like Cannes and Monte Carlo, Monaco, like that whole area down there. At this point, I've practically planned 5 weddings, I think. Hold on, let me count. Our city hall ceremony we needed planning for. Our reception party, France, Switzerland, Indiana. 5 weddings, guys. I never want to plan another thing in my life. Just kidding. I actually love planning events. I think it's fun if it goes the right way. But yeah, that's kind of like why everyone in like my DMs and like responding to like wedding stuff have been like, oh my god, I can't wait to see like your Paris wedding or like your French wedding. And I'm like, I don't want to tell you guys that we're not going there until I'm back home from Indiana. I just didn't want to not let anybody down, but I also felt like some pressure, honestly, from social media too. Like, for me to go and say like, oh, I'm gonna get married in France, and then to like say, oh, just kidding, we're not. Like, I don't know, like, see, just, but that was fully our intent until literally it got shut down. Oh, and then they literally sent us an email. I think it was the week before we were supposed to leave for Indiana, and they're like, we're back open, yay, like, are we gonna see you guys in like 2 weeks? And I was like, Ty, they just emailed us and we're coming. What? Like, I know everything was basically booked at that point, and we could probably still show up and go, but I had to move forward with my life. I had to move on. I have to plan things. I can't buy flights 2 weeks before. It'd be so expensive. So yeah, I told them no, we're not coming, but I hope to see you soon. But at least like they asked, because like, what if we were still gonna go? You know, like, it's nice that she asked. But I was just like, are you kidding me? 2 weeks beforehand? Ah, crazy. Okay, next question is, did anything go wrong on your wedding day? And I actually got this one a lot too. They're like, something has to go wrong. Like, something has to go wrong. Guys, I'm telling you, literally nothing went wrong. Like, nothing. I was really upset that it was going to be raining. Why is Tennessee calling me right now? I was really upset though about, I was looking at the weather out there, and it was like raining, thunderstorms like all week. And so I was like, oh my god, I don't want it to rain on our wedding day, because it already rained on our city hall day. And I couldn't do my hair the way I wanted it to be because it was raining and I had extensions that were like thick and heavy, so it was just like I wanted to curl my hair and like have it up in this like pretty bun, but I knew the rain was just gonna ruin it, so I just did straight. And I was just thinking, like, the rain is gonna be a pain in the butt to like go in and out of the building, and for pictures and for lighting and all that stuff. So I was like really bummed about the rain forecast. But then we got there and it was the morning of the wedding and it was just kind of drizzly. It wasn't really like that rainy, even though on the app it said thunderstorms, but it was not thunderstorming at all. Indiana, I don't know what you think a thunderstorm is, but it was not. So it was drizzling and I was like, and I was trying to just like talk myself, like, I'm like, this is the smallest detail of the day. It's raining, it's fine. Raining is good luck. Like, your venue is now inside. Because, okay, that's why I was actually upset, because this place, I wanted it a little bit inside and outside, and we planned the whole entire thing with the caterer and the people that like set up things, the tables. It was supposed to be outside on the terrace. It was gonna be very French and just beautiful, and we're gonna have our dances outside and like the table setting outside. Ended up having to move everything inside, but it was actually so stunning. The table inside was not a problem at all. It was very beautiful. Our ceremony was still in the same spot it was supposed to be. It was just like the dances in the bar and the like our table outside to eat. The rest of the day was supposed to be outside. Come day of the wedding, it's drizzling a little bit. Not bad. We get ready inside. We do our hair at the location though, just in case it was gonna die in the rain. We do the ceremony and everything, but by the time it's time for photos, the rain, the drizzle stopped, and it was just kind of like muggy and like a little bit misty outside. Or not misty, it was just like kind of wet feeling outside, and I had my hair nice and waved and curled, which I'll show here. But we went outside and it was just overcast, and honestly the photographer was like, this is the perfect kind of weather and like lighting for photos, because that way you don't have like the raccoon eyes, and it's just, it'll be really, really great for your photos. And he was right. The photos that we've seen so far are absolutely stunning. I feel like that needs to be my mantra, absolutely stunning. It actually got nice enough that people could actually step outside with their drinks and kind of like hang out on the terrace and watch us take pictures like down the other end of the terrace. So that was cool how they could go inside and outside it because it stopped raining. The only thing, I guess, it didn't go wrong, but my hair in some of the photos, it was curled with like hairspray, and then the wetness kind of like made it just frizzy. So that kind of stunk a little bit, but still the photos are stunning. My hair just is more wavy than it was curly, but they're still pretty. And as we're getting ready to leave, we're like changing and packing everything up, and the clouds are opening up and it's sunny and it's warm, and I'm just like, this is not a thunderstorm. And then the rest of the weekend was like beautiful weather. So yeah, that's the only thing that I was kind of like I was stressed about. And then also, I guess I just bullet pointed this, didn't go wrong, but my original date that I wanted, we were talking about May and like the weather and stuff, and Europe was May 21st, prime time for me in the period world, my schedule, my cycle. And then that was our date for a long time, and then Ty's friend, they announced it before us that they have that date. So then I was like, okay, let's do the May 14th then, because I'm still good. I still got it. We're still good. May 14th was going to be a great weekend. And then Laurel Hall had May 6th, and I was like, okay, backing it up one more week. And I literally got my period that week. So, and like my heaviest day was on the wedding day. That's one of the reasons why I picked my dress too, is so I can like eat and like be bloated. Not so I can eat, excuse me, so I can eat if there wasn't ever like a gluten-free option or something. I wouldn't have like this big like pregnant looking belly. I needed something that was just kind of like flared out a little bit so I could wear, I mean, I can eat whatever I want. And I was bloated on my period, so you couldn't even tell in the dress. So that was good. Is your name really Doll Smith? So this one we got a lot too. We have an Instagram account called Doll Smith Construction, because that's actually, we're like named together, but it might be a new business venture. Yeah, so it's legally not our last name, because we did our paperwork, like renewed our passports and stuff, which is a pain in the butt. before we even thought about like combining a name, because I thought of it one night and I put it on Instagram and everyone's like, yes, 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 like Dollsmith or Borgsmith. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that, but voting for that. But Dollsmith was just rolled off the tongue better. It's not legally our last name yet, at least. We may. It's probably gonna be just a business name and maybe just like what you can call us. We get mail under Dollsmith, which is really funny, and I love it because it's like our unity name, you know? Like, I wasn't gonna change my last name. I built my brand over Dahlborg and I'm like very connected to it, and Ty's very connected to Smith, but I was not about to become Sam Smith. But I was like, we could combine our last names, and people have done that. People even like chosen a different last name completely together. Like, we could be like Tyler and Sam Jones, you know? There's some people that I know that have done that. Yeah, I felt super strongly about not changing my last name, but I was like, we could totally make one together. So you guys can call us the Dollsmiths. You can tag us the Dollsmiths. People put on our name cards at weddings, Dollsmiths. Yeah, so it's basically just like the unity of our two families, and like, even though it's not legally our last name, like, I'm still gonna use it and like say that because it's just, you know, it's the two of us together. Where was your bachelorette party? I think I missed photos. Well, I didn't have a bachelorette party. I'm not really a huge drinker, or I don't know, like, I know you don't have to have alcohol, strippers, penises. I also don't like love going out. I'm very much of a morning person, like morning Pilates, like acai bowl, not even brunch. I don't really like brunch. Is that weird? Like, I like the act of it. Do I like brunch food? Not really. I know I could have done like a very chill like spa weekend or something. Like, is it needed? No. All my friends are all over the country. I'm gonna be like, do you want to come to a spa weekend with me? Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. Especially like when we were planning with COVID and stuff, like just trying to get everybody together. There's so many requirements. Not everybody wanted to do it. And yeah, I kind of felt like, it's not selfish, but I just kind of felt weird, like trying to get everybody together multiple times for me. But doggy. I don't think there's gonna be a part 3. Like I said, our France venue emailed us and saying that they're open, so we will probably go back over there for like an anniversary, or just for like a honeymoon trip or something, and go to that hotel and like just hang out over there because we wanted to go there. So but no more like ceremonies. Oh wait, it's actually super funny. Yesterday we had a photo shoot at, okay, wait, can we just talk about something for a second? There's this kid that runs around out there and he just like sounds like, he sounds like a dinosaur. Can you hear him? Okay, but I wanted to talk about how things kind of just like work out the way they're supposed to. And I'm a huge planner, and I'm also a huge just like manifester, and like I think I was also super frustrated when we couldn't go abroad because I was like, that was my vision, like that's what we wanted, and I usually like when we want something we make it happen. That's like what we do here. And the fact that I like couldn't make it happen was like really hurting my ego, honestly. But then I was like reflecting and talking to my mom and stuff, and like everything happens the way it's supposed to, let me tell you. So Ty and I made these vision boards. This is, I think this is Ty's. Yeah, this is Ty's. So in our last apartment, or like right after we got engaged, COVID happened, and so we were like in our apartment, and so I printed out a bunch of different photos and stuff, and we kind of planned like our vision board for our wedding. So this is Ty's, if you guys can see that. This one's mine. But basically they go well together. One nice vision. Move them sideways so they fit. But we've had these on our mechanical closet here literally since we've moved in, I think they were up in our other apartment too, but we've had them up near our door where we like walk by every single day until literally this video. I took them down so I could show you guys. But this was our vision for our wedding, and within all these different events that we've had, I think we've literally done like everything on these, which is really, really cool. Like on here, I don't know if you guys can see the girl with the flower crown. I did that at our, what's it called, our reception, like our wedding party, and I'll put a picture right here. And then right here, the wedding, the engagement ring and the rings right here. Oh, I'm actually just wearing the two right now because we had a photo shoot yesterday, which I'll explain in a second. Ty was a man bun man actually before he cut his hair recently. Dress with the separate sleeves, and I'm just trying to see like what else. Oh, this was my bouquet when we got married at City Hall. Little hors d'oeuvres, like the sister helping her get ready, the bow shoes. What does Ty have on here? Ty's ring looks like this. We got actually custom made out of Hardshore Distillery, which is a gin distillery that he used to work at. Their wood, they made, or we got a ring made out of that, which was really cool. That's actually an Airbnb experience down in the Boston area. If you guys are interested, I can put the info below. It was really cool to see. This is what like Ty's outfit looked like. This like light linen tan suit. This is him and his dudes. This was our table outside with the string lights. Well, supposed to be outside in the string lights until it rained, and then it got inside. But so basically though, these two things together, these vibes and like the pictures, but then also the moods that come with it, which like if you guys don't know what a vision board is and you're like, oh my god, manifesting, like what does that mean? You put together a bunch of images that one, inspire you, but then also bring a certain feeling to what you want to feel. And it's just so cool like seeing these, because you look at them every day, which reminds you of like what you want. And it's not like, oh, like I put this on my wall and then I got the ring. Like I wanted that ring and I put it on here to remind myself like, no, you want this one. This is the one that you've always wanted, blah, blah, blah. So like it's there to remind you to take action, kind of a thing. But just like also to emulate this feeling of like the love and the vibes that you want and the people that you want to be there. It's just like, it's really cool how these have really come to life. Between our City Hall ceremony, our reception party, and our actual wedding in Indianapolis, and then yesterday, excuse me, we had a photo shoot at this like Parisian French estate in Massachusetts, like 40 minutes up the road. With the dress, we got to wear our wedding outfits again. We basically have this down. It's done. We completed it. So yesterday, or when I really wanted like the pictures in France, and like we had these ideas for like certain videos and looks and all these different things that we could do over there, it just so happens that as we were like finally like solidifying everything in Indianapolis, which was stunning, and all of those photos are going to be absolutely amazing, we were like selected to be part of this like event yesterday for photographers, and it was a Parisian styled like French wedding shoot where Ty and I were the bride and the groom, and we got to wear our outfits again. So this is my Marchesa wedding dress. She is stunning, and Ty got to wear his suit again, and we were at this beautiful not a chateau, I forget what it was called, but like this beautiful house, which I might have a photo of. If I do, I'm gonna put it right here so you guys can see, and maybe some like photos from yesterday that we have so far here. But it was stunning, and we still got that vibe of photo in our outfits, and we're gonna have those as memories, and we didn't have to go over to France, you know what I mean? Like we still got all the things we wanted without having to travel and risk like COVID and all that stuff right now that's like messy. So that was really, really cool, and it was really fun to just like get married again. Like everyone's like, well, you're gonna do it again? Like that person asked, are you gonna have like a part 3. Yesterday was basically our part 3, this photo shoot, and everyone was like, oh my god, I love your dress, like, are you gonna get it preserved and stuff? I'm like, yes. I think at this point she can be retired. So pretty. And we got to use her so much. Like, the shoot was like 8 hours long, so we have so many photos between like the very editorial ones from yesterday and then also like the ones from our actual wedding day in Indianapolis with like our family and like that whole look as well, like the video that's gonna come from it. So just overall so much great wedding content, and like the looks, the vibes, the dress, the people, the food, like everything was just has happened and it was perfect. And even though it didn't go the way I planned or I had in my mind, it still all came out like really, really well. And the photos that we took yesterday are going to be published too, which is really cool, which was something I was like, I want something from my wedding to be like published. Like, I want it to be like on something. I don't know how. Like, that's something I wrote on my like manifesting notebook thing a while ago. And it's just cool. Like, it doesn't happen always how you think it's gonna happen, and it always kind of happens better. Like, literally everything has been just so perfect. Where did you get the name rings? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, it's up there. Let me grab it. So for Christmas, I'm just gonna put this on this way so you guys can see it. Can you see it like that? I don't know if you can read it. Well, I don't know if you can read it, but it says Dollsmith. So it's like our combined name, Dollsmith. Ty got it online for Christmas. I've washed my hands with it, I've gone swimming with it, I've showered with it, and it still hasn't like tarnished yet. So I don't really know like what it's made out of. Yeah, it still doesn't like tarnish. I found some places online that make them. Mint and Lily, which I'll put in the description as well. Mint and Lily and Oak and Luna make this sort of a ring, which is really fun. Where did your girls get their dresses? So Haley and Caitlin, I only had 2 bridesmaids, but they went through Birdie Gray, and the quality of them was actually really amazing. What was your inspiration for your dress / look? Totally thought you would go in a different direction, but still stunning. Okay, I also got this a lot because everyone thought I was gonna be in this like very minimalistic, modern, sleek, tight, like deep V, like I forget what the fabric is called, but not like a tulle and like what's this called, floral like applique. I thought it was gonna be like very sleek, modern, hair back, and like a tight little neat like updo. They thought I was gonna be like that, which is really funny because I do like that look as well. But I was like, no, what? Like, I can be sexy for the rest of my life. I want to be a princess. So, and I was also thinking about like if I did get a really tight dress, I didn't want to have to be super stressed about like weight gain or loss, because I was buying it 2 years in advance basically, and I didn't know what my body's going to be like. This one we still had to alter a tiny bit, but so I didn't want to have to like stress about that, and I didn't want to stress about like if I eat food. Literally sometimes just drinking water makes me bloated. Me problem. But so I didn't want to worry about all that. So I knew from the beginning that I wanted something that was going to be like tight, show off like the waist, and then go out a little bit. So they don't call this one a full ball gown. It's called like a, what's it called? Because it has such a long train and it kind of just goes down. It's not like a ball gown. I forget what it's called. So I didn't want to go that super sleek way just because how much stress did I go through with my job and with COVID and then my cycle. Like, I'm glad that I had this dress because I knew a little bit of alteration and this girl was gonna fit and I was gonna feel confident in it no matter what. So but I just think it's funny that everybody thought I was gonna go like super chic and minimal, and here I am in a princess and a poofy gown and some flowy sleeves. Also, I didn't, because the train is so long and stunning, I didn't do a veil. I did this like satin headband. You guys know I love headbands. I just thought it was so fun. I've seen some girls like in Italy get married and they've been wearing headbands, and I was like, I want to be like them. So no, also I just wanted something in my hair, but I didn't want a veil because it was just too much with the dress. I thought, yeah, like I can be sexy for the rest of my life. I wanted to be a princess? Like, when do you get to wear a gown with a giant train again? Like, drama. Yeah, I also, like I said, the dress has to go with the vibe of where you're gonna get married. So I had this vision of like running through like a castle or a field and like have that romantic like look, which I then took a video of yesterday doing this. I will put it right here. But yeah, so when I had to find a new venue in the US, I was like looking for that certain vibe that would fit the dress. Also, my sleeves that we made, like a bicep sleeve it's called, I have this vision of it, and I found some pictures on Pinterest, but it wasn't quite what I wanted, but it was kind of the idea. So I showed the lady at the dress store like what I wanted, and so she's like, oh, like this, like we tried on this dress, I really like this dress. And then she was like, we can make sleeves for you, like we can make them, because they really weren't a thing yet to just like buy, and it wasn't really coming with the dresses yet. And now literally you can just Google like bicep sleeve or balloon sleeve, and they're everywhere now. And I'm like, I think I said this before in a video, I was like kind of annoyed that they're everywhere now, but also it's such a beautiful style. Like I'm glad that they're being made now so people can have it, because like I hate sometimes when I have an idea and I literally can't find it anywhere. We have to literally make it. I liked how I could pull mine on and off, so I could have different looks. So I could have like no sleeves, I could have sleeves, I could take the headband off, and it's a totally different look. Like the dress itself, like the whole look was versatile, which was fun. Oh yeah, so then with the headband too, I had it tucked like this with my hair behind me for the ceremony, because I didn't want my hair in my face for like the kiss with Ty. I wanted it to be like back. You see? But then after, for like the photos and like first dances and stuff, I had it untucked, which actually I'll show you real quick. My hair is still kind of dirty with product in it. So this is how I had it for like pictures and stuff, kind of like this. And then this is how I had it when like the rain was like misty outside and my hair like dyed, which was really sad. So then at the end, I just tucked it behind my ears and brought it back and had it like this for dinner, and I took the sleeves off. So I had like 3 different looks within one day, which was really fun. And then yesterday at the photo shoot, I had it. They gave me a veil, which was actually really pretty. It was heavy, it was full of pearls, but they gave me a veil, and then at the end I put it in a slick bun, which was cool. So I literally have like so many different versions of my dress and accessories that not all the pictures are gonna look the same, which I like. I'm gonna put this headband back on. And guys, actually I got this headband from Amazon. Literally, it's like a satin, really plush headband, and it doesn't hurt your head. It's like really flexible. I wanted one from Jennifer Bear, but she didn't have like a plain one. They were all like super bedazzled, but I knew that she made like really cool headbands, so I was like, oh, maybe she has like a really like luxe looking one, and she didn't. So I found this on Amazon, which I will link below. Did you make a tribute to your heavenly pups? We did. You guys didn't know, our dogs just passed away really recently. I say really recently, it's almost 2 months at this point. So we made a few tributes to them. My family's dog, Gabe, he was a Papillon. He had Gabe on a watch that he wore, and then I think I showed in a video, but our sister-in-law Jade, she knows somebody that takes like fur clippings when your dog passes away. So she got fur clippings, put it in like a jar. It's actually above our bed, we keep it above our bed. But Ty brought that with him all the way to Indiana, and he actually had it in his suit pocket. So when we were at the altar, he was there too. And we did, during the ceremony, we did like letters to one another instead of vows again, because we already did vows last summer when we got legally married. So we did, like, you know how you write like a letter to each other like the morning of the wedding and you read it separate? We actually read them together at the altar. We both mentioned him in it. Then another thing that we did that I had planned but I didn't tell Ty was I've been seeing so many videos of like dogs going down the aisle with like a eucalyptus thing around their neck or something, and like they're just part of the wedding as well. Obviously it's in Indiana, so we weren't gonna be able to take him when we went to France or Indiana, so I was trying to think of a way to like weave him into it, especially now that he's gone. I thought of this way. So the girls walked in to Wildest Dreams on harp and violin, very Bridgerton, which I had never seen until about a week ago after our wedding. Yeah, so they walked into Wildest Dreams, and then the harpist violinist suggested changing the song for me. So then I walked into Can't Help Falling in Love, and so when she changed the song, we waited a few beats before I came in. One, to obviously make it like, what's the word? Like, make more anticipation for me to walk in. But also there's like a beat in there, why am I gonna cry? That was like a space for Oakley. So it was the girls, Oakley, and then me. So it was like a small little detail, but after I told him, and he was like, that's what you did. I was waiting. But next question, how did you fly with your dress? So I had a direct flight, and it was through Delta, so I looked up, I tweeted at Delta, and I was like, how can I take my, I'm bringing my dress on, like how can I bring my dress on the flight? And they responded with like, there's usually like a closet on the airplane, but depending on the size of the airplane it might be smaller, but also just like ask your stewardess when you're there. So I went through security with it, like I took it as like a carry-on, and I just brought a small bag as my under the seat bag. First time, when we were going to Indianapolis, I didn't want to be like, I'm a bride, like can you take my bag? So I took it on, I brought it all the way to my seat, and I sat down with it, and it was like puffy, like in my face, and I was like, oh, this is great, I can just like sleep on it. And I was like, if anything, this is protecting me, like it's not bad. Then the airplane guy, what's his name, the steward, he came by and he was like, is that a bag? And I was like, it's my wedding dress. And he was like, I'll take that for you, like I'll put it up here in the closet. So he ended up putting it back up in the front in the closet, which was really nice. And then on the way back, I went right on, and I was a little bit more confident, and I was like, can I put this in the closet? So they let me put it in the closet. But yeah, there's usually a closet. I did that for my Miss USA dress too. I put it in the closet one way. Another way, I had to put it on top of the bags in the upper bins there, on top of the carry-ons. That was a bigger plane, so I was able to do that and then just close it. But yeah, you have to ask your airplane too. What tanner did you use? You were the perfect shade of bronze. Thank you. So I just stuck to my own like tanologist, like what I know is good. I know my body, I can do it myself. So I use Tanologist, the dark mousse. I use the mousse on my body, and then I use the water on my hands, which you guys can see, like there's no real difference between my wrist and my hand. But sometimes when I use the mousse on my hand, for some reason it gets so dark. But yeah, then I use the water, the same brand, but the water on my hands. If you guys want to know a little secret on how to spray tan your hand, you do a claw. It's like this, and then you spray the water and let it just like kind of drift. Let it like sit on your hand, but you bend your knuckles. Don't do this because you'll get either white spots in your knuckles or it gets really dark. So you bend, and like worst case, like if they're not dark enough, you just spray them again. So I think within that I kind of answered a lot of questions, but I'm just gonna do a quick little like micro wedding overview. All right, so here are some things that were either like unique or untraditional to what I feel like most people are doing at their weddings, or things that we've seen. I just thought I would share them. If you want to go a completely traditional route as well, like go by the book, do it, girlfriend. But I'm just going to share something that we did. So we did digital invites. We had like engagement photos, and we did save the dates with Zola for our party last summer with like all of our family and friends. We did save the dates and then RSVP online. That's how we did it. And then for some people, we took a picture of it and we texted it to them because there's a few other people we wanted to invite. We didn't have enough of the paper ones, so we just texted. So, which worked out amazing. Obviously my grandparents don't, actually they do text, but there's some people like you can't text, so we did like the old-fashioned just like save the date in the mail thing. But then we did a digital on your phone, a text, little graphic design background. So I was like, I can do this, it's fine. Digital invite to our City Hall ceremony, to our French ceremony, to our Swiss ceremony, and to Indianapolis. 4 digitals. I also made a whole entire digital itinerary of images with lists of like breakdown of time, what's going on, what's happening, who's walking in when, who's sitting at the table, like the map. But yeah, digital, I feel like digital is the way to go. We did it with a small group of people though, so I think that's probably with a micro wedding. Just texting them. Micro weddings, people you talk to probably all the time anyway, just text them. You don't need to send an invite. And then obviously I didn't do a bridal shower bachelorette, so I didn't have to send out those things. But like, you don't have to send out the invite and then the food card thing, and then the like, I don't know, I feel like there's so, you get an envelope sometimes from like people, their weddings, and it's just so heavy because there's so much in it. And then like square invites and papers are an upcharge in the mail. If you guys didn't know that, you can't do square things for the same price as regular mail rectangles. There's just so much that goes into it. I know people's jobs are to make invites, gorgeous invites, and like paper things that have to do with weddings. It's amazing that that's your business, but also I feel like you don't need to be spending a lot of money on paper. People literally will take a picture of it, put it in their calendar, and they'll throw it away. Like, it was stunning, but like maybe just do a few, you know, for your parents who like, your mom might really want one, so like maybe just do it for your parents and your grandparents so they can frame it and keep it. Like, text Aunt Susie, you know, like, yeah, I just think digital is the best. And you could probably get someone who's a graphic designer to make them for you, or if you have that talent, you can even probably use Canva if you wanted to. And then we made a group chat called the Dollborgs Part 2, or excuse me, the Dollsmiths Part 2, and that had everybody in the micro wedding in it, and I sent the itinerary in there. That's how we communicated day of. No one talked in it before, really. No one talked in it really after. It was really just like, this is what car you're in, this is what time the Uber's coming, like things like that, or people landed, things like that. Just a very communicated little group chat. We also didn't do a full-on like rehearsal dinner. We did so everyone arrived on Thursday, and most of us were in the same hotel, so we all kind of like checked in, got showered, got changed, went back to the bar downstairs, and there's like 12 of us, 14 of us, so we all just went down to the bar, got drinks, got snacks and food. They actually had like real food, not just like bar snacks, and we all just kind of got together and like united that night before and kind of got on the same page with a few things. If you had any questions, like we practiced walking in my mom's hotel room like that Thursday afternoon with my dad. We figured out like our walk pattern that we wanted to do. We figured out the girls when to walk in on the song, things like that. So like we didn't really need like a huge rehearsal. We didn't need everybody to go over to the venue and do a rehearsal and come back to this fancy ass dinner that my parents were gonna pay for, whoever pays for it. We all just kind of went to the bar and hung out, which was really just so casual and nice, and no one had to get super dressed up, and yeah, everyone was on the same page, so it was great. We just did small bridal party. Like honestly, I wouldn't have had a bridal party. Like I would have been fine with no bridal party, but obviously I have a sister and I have Caitlin, who is basically my other sister, so they were my bridal party. And Ty had his brother and his dad there, and so he was supposed to be his brother and his best friend John, so it was supposed to be like siblings and a best friend was the bridal party. But then John couldn't come, unfortunately, so his dad was actually able to stand up there with him, which was really cool. So it was just like a good group of little 2 and 2. But yeah, small bridal party or no bridal party. Actually, I saw a video on TikTok of this girl. It was even a huge wedding. It was a big wedding, but there was no bridal party. It was her and her man, and that was it. And like 100, 200, 300 guests. It was actually kind of cool. We had the harp and the violinist for music, which was really fun and just gave it a really nice romantic feel. It fit the vibe, it fit the venue. It was just really, really nice. We did letters to each other instead of the vows, which I mentioned, but I liked the letters. I thought that was fun. we gave our guests, even though it was like our parents and they're like a couple like our siblings plus ones, were basically the audience because our siblings were all up there with us. We gave the guests a color palette, which even like the photographer, he was like, this is amazing because all of your photos are going to be like same vibe, same color scheme. So instead of like, even if you're at a big wedding, if you set a color scheme for, or color palette for the guests, you don't have like Aunt Susie showing up in like a bright yellow when you're having like a spring pastel wedding, or if it's like in the fall and someone's wearing hot pink to like your burgundy and navy wedding. If you set a color palette and hope most people follow it, your pictures are going to be stunning. My brother was the officiant, so he's like an actual officiant, like legally or whatever. Like we already did our legal ceremony and paperwork and all that stuff, so we just need someone to kind of like run the show. But he was like, he's an official officiant, I forget what the word is. So that was cool having my brother in it because Ty wanted his brother and his best friend as his two guys groomsmen. So I had two, Ty had two, so I was like, where does my brother go? And also my brother's super talented and a great speaker, so we're like, boom, you're the officiant. Because we were a micro wedding, we were able to do everybody at one long table, which I thought was fun. I know like a circle table, it's easier to kind of see everybody, but a long table was just so stunning, so beautiful. Ty and I sat next to each other and it was just like, just the whole family at one table instead of also like a bunch of different mini tables as well. So it looked good, it felt good, it was really fun. I did my own hair and makeup. So even if I was going to go travel to France or Switzerland, I was going to do my own hair and makeup. I did my sister's hair, I did Caitlin's hair. So yeah, I was going to do our hair and makeup anyway, which I've always done their hair and makeup like since we were hanging out and like little and going to prom and stuff. So that was fun. It was just the two of them and my mom, so it wasn't a lot, but it was like a fun bonding experience too. And also like I don't know, I wasn't gonna fly someone to come with us to go do my hair and makeup when like I know my face best and I know my hair the best. I feel like I was less stressed doing it myself than having somebody come. JANA RAGO did my color a few weeks before and she did Ty's cut as well, so she did do our hair in that sense, but I was the one that like styled it and stuff the day of. We didn't do any guest gifts, but my mom made wine bottles and candy bars, which let me actually grab real quick because you need to see this. Also at the dinner table, we didn't do a huge like flat like floral scape. One, because I wanted to be able to see people. Two, I feel like sometimes when there's a lot on the table, I don't know, it makes me anxious. And three, it's just not needed. Like we're not gonna bring in a bunch of real flowers. We don't even live there. We can't even bring our bouquets and our flowers home or anything like that. So we did 3 vases that my mom brought. My mom drove from Michigan down to Indiana, so she was able to like bring some stuff. So we set up 3 vases that had rose quartz crystals in them, because rose quartz is love. And when after the ceremony, I took my bouquet, I put it in the middle, and the girls took their bouquets and they put them on the sides. So that was our like tablescape. But in between that, which I didn't even notice until we sat down, were wine bottles. And on the wine bottles there was wine from France, and it had our picture on it. It was me and Ty, one of our engagement photos, and it said "It's all about love," which is like our favorite quote in my family, and it had our date on it, our wedding date. So I'll put a picture of that here because I don't have a wine bottle at the moment. My mom has them, so I'll have to get one from her, but I do have some extra stickers of what she put on the wine bottle, so we can maybe make our own here at home. But she had the wine bottles, a red and a white, on the table. And then on our place setting were these chocolate bars. So she had these made for us on everybody's seat. I don't know if you can see them, but here, one is silver. Is silver? Yeah. Wait, they're all different. This one's dark. So this one's like a dark gray. It says the Dollsmiths, May 6, 2022. This one's gold, but I think there's also like a lighter one too, like a silver. So there's all these different chocolate bars, and if you open it up, I think she must have got these on Etsy. She's the cutest. But I was so excited when I saw these on the table because I was not expecting it, and it was just like a nice little detailed touch. So in here is a Hershey's chocolate bar. How cute is that? Just the cutest little thing. So this is something that the guests could have taken home, because something you can eat. You don't have to like lug it home. You know, some of these guest gifts get a little crazy, so I just like, one thing that Ty and I really don't want to give a gift that like no one actually needs. You know what I mean? Like, no one needs junk. Do we need junk food? Do we need chocolate? Absolutely. Am I gonna have some right now? Excuse my chewing. Also, back to my bouquet. My bouquet was actually from Trader Joe's. Hack. If you guys didn't know, Trader Joe's has literally like the best flowers ever for such a great price. And I really wanted white roses with like long stems. Like, that was the vibe. That's what I wanted. I was looking on like Michael's and places to get like the faux flowers, but my mom went to Trader Joe's and she found that they had the white roses. And then she brought them in the car from Michigan to Indiana. So I think I had 24 roses, and I just wanted greens and white roses with like the long stem. So I don't like the short stubby stems. I like the long. I didn't want to get like a florist out there for like a bouquet and like all these florals and stuff, because one, the venue is stunning without florals. I had my arches, that's all, the pillars, that's all we really needed. And then we just got fake flowers for the girls to travel with, and then I just got my real flowers. Like, it was perfect. And then that way you can throw out my flowers, the pillars go back to the girl. We took my sister and Caitlin's flowers home. Like, there was nothing really wasted either, so it was great. And no guest book. We didn't have a guest book either time. We didn't have a guest book at our reception where like all of our family went to, and we didn't have a guest book at our wedding part 2, because like, I know everybody that went. We invited you guys. I don't need you to sign a Rubik's Cube, a Jenga piece. So we have the pictures, you know, we have pictures of you guys, and we remember who was there because we invited you, because we love you. I didn't bustle my dress. That was something that a lot of girls I see like on this Facebook group that I was part of talk about bustling their dress, and how it costs extra too to like get it bustled a certain way and stuff, like by your alterations person. But I didn't. I saw how it would look bustled, and it was just gonna be like a ball gown, kind of like more puffier because the train is so big. But I decided like, I'm only wearing it for a few hours, and I wanted it to be long and beautiful and princessy the entire time. So no, I couldn't really dance and like twirl in it, but I felt like a princess the entire time. It was so beautiful, and I just didn't think I needed it. Like, the train was the most beautiful part of the dress, I feel like. I just kept it down the whole time. No, I love fashion, I love style. I stayed in my dress the whole time, and just changed up the look instead of having multiple different looks, like outfit changes. But yeah, that's kind of it. But I think it's just important to remember it's for you guys. Are you gonna stress about the chargers and the color of the napkins and the tiny details, or do you want to be in the moment with your loved ones? And like, I told our photographer Dawson, I was like, I don't really care. I hope he got pictures of the table, because with the wine and the flowers and the chocolate bars, it looked really cute. But I told him in the beginning, before I even knew about those, I was like, I don't want pictures of like the details of those things. Like, I want pictures of the family and us laughing and little moments and things like that, like things I want to actually remember. Like, I don't really care to remember what the table looked like, you know what I mean? I want it to be about family and love and me and Ty and like the outfits we were wearing and like where we were. So we did things a little different, but it was such a perfect day. I think because a lot of it has to do with, we took out all those things, those little extra things. So it's not to please your parents. Like, if I think if it was up to our parents, we probably would have had one event with everybody there and been done. Actually, I think they've enjoyed the journey of the Dollsmiths part 1, 2, 3, 4. I just remember it's for you guys and for you to look back at and like just really enjoy every single part of the day. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys. I hope I answered your questions about my weddings, but also highly recommend, even on your wedding day, if you didn't get all the photos that you wanted, or if you just want to wear your dress one more time, I think you should book another photo shoot of just you and your man in whatever location you want, like a cliff, the beach, like travel around the world with it, go like whatever you want. But I think it might be really cool for you to like wear it one more time, especially if you spent big money on it, or if you just absolutely love it, you feel so confident in it. Get dressed again, go do a photo shoot, go get more photos. Like, yeah, I think that would be really cool. Oh, I just think the more memories and the more time you can spend in your dress and just reminiscing and just being a couple together is so important and so fun, and just valuable. So that's something I think you should do. But thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all the things. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. If you haven't already watched the Dollsmiths part 1, you can watch part 2 very, very soon. But have a great rest of your day or night or morning, wherever it is, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.